Hi, my name is Rich Pasquale with Senior Gap Benefits. I am an independent insurance agent here to show you where you can get your 2018 Medicare Guide. Let's get right to it. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is open a window browser. We're going to go right to the top here. Google's fine. Google Chrome is what I use. We're going to go into medicare.gov. We're just going to hit enter there. There are two places. So we're going to go into the medicare.gov website, which, by the way, you can get just a vast amount of information here if that's what you're looking for. Today, though, we're here for one thing and one thing only. Now, you can go to Forms, which is the last blue tab here. Scroll down to the Medicare and You Handbook. But before we go there, I want to scroll down to the bottom. Here in Helpful Links, we can also get into the Medicare and You Handbook. So we'll click that, and that takes us to where you can actually view the Medicare guidebook online. I prefer to download it and keep it on my computer so I can reference it at any time. So that you would just scroll right here to the middle, download Medicare and You. We'll click that. We'll scroll down. Now there's a few different ways you can download it for each particular whatever your method of viewing the guide is, right? I just keep it simple. I have a normal PC here, your routine PC like most folks have. So I went with the first one here, but just to take a quick peek here, I did notice that there are some where you can control the fonts, bigger fonts, easier to read. But I find that the one that I use, and I'll show you in a minute, is big enough, and you can actually zoom it out so you can see it better. So we'll go with that one. But there's also one if you have a Kindle, you can go with a Kindle version, etc. But to keep it easy, because we like easy, we're going to go ahead and click here. And what that's going to do is, there's your guide, right? Medicare and You 2018. It's nice colored, beautiful colors here with the fonts, right? Easy to read, but we can do better than that. Here, we're just going to, if you hover around here, you'll have a download. So we're going to go ahead and download the guide, and we're going to save it. I like to save it to my desktop. I'm going to call it the 2018 Medicare Guide. I already have a copy in here, but I'm just going to go ahead and do it. And we're going to save it. In my case, it's going to ask to replace it. I'll say yes, just for... And if you look at the bottom right here, it's downloading. It's a PDF. Once that's finished, we'll go ahead and open it. So here we go. Here's our guide. First thing I want to do is make it bigger, right? We're going to make it bigger. So if you look at the bottom right here, you should have a plus. You can zoom it out pretty much to cover, not too much, where you have to slide left and right. Here you have a full view of the guide. We've already saved it, right? So technically we can close this and just look for our PDF, right? I'm assuming you have a PDF or some kind of software. I use Adobe Acrobat, it's free. So we're going to go ahead and open. So now when it opens here in your PDF tool, you can just get rid of that. You can actually get rid of this, but we'll leave that for now. So here you are, Medicare and You 2018. You can scroll down. One thing I noticed, there's 136 pages of wonderful information. Here is, I wanted to point this one out. Like I said, we'll go over a couple pages here, and then there'll be other videos where I'll dive into the rest of the guide. But for now, it's one of the biggest changes coming to Medicare is your new Medicare card. The new card will not have your social security numbers, right? Took us a while to figure that one wasn't a good idea, right? So you're all gonna get new numbers issued. You should receive, here's the estimated time frame. Cards will be mailed between April 2018 and April 2019, right? Some folks are going to get it sooner than others, so fear not. Don't worry, you'll get your card. What you do is once you get your card, well, obviously you can continue to use the card you have. Once you get your card, you'll obviously, when you show up to your next doctor's visit, they'll record the new Medicare number, because you're going to get a new assigned number, because the old number was your social for the most part. A new number, nothing changes, everything stays the same. Very important though, I was reading here that if you haven't updated your address, now's the time to do so. You can go right here to socialsecurity.gov, my account, or you can call them toll free. Change your address. That's important. Obviously, your card's going to get mailed out. We want to make sure that you receive your cards. A couple other disclosures here, obvious, right? No one's going to call you from Medicare asking for your personal information. That doesn't happen. Most government agencies don't do that. So please avoid or refrain. If you don't feel comfortable, hang up and call the number yourself, right? And again, everyone gets their card at a different time frame. If your neighbor's bragging about getting her new card, don't worry, you'll get yours eventually. And that is it. There's a checklist here, a couple of reminders. One of the biggest things is when you're always you should always get into the habit of reviewing your coverage at least once a year. Better than that, you should have agents like myself. That's what I do for a living, right? I make sure that my clients at least every year, every 2 years, are aware of what choices are out there, right? Because coverage stays the same, prices change, right? Especially when we're dealing with original Medicare and their supplements, right? The coverage is the same, but the prices can be different, right? So it's always good to have someone look into or keep an eye on for the obviously the lower price. So moving along here, I just want to show you, for those of you that are very new to Medicare and just turning 65, you got this handbook in the mail, right? 136 pages thick, no idea what to do with it. Get rid of the book if you can, right? If you're obviously watching this video, chances are you have access to a computer. Download it. It's cleaner, it's easier to watch, and it's not some thick book that's just in the way. But if you scroll to page 4, here you have a quick look at your Medicare coverage choices. For the most part, you have 2 choices, right? You have option 1, original Medicare. Option 2 is a replacement of original Medicare. Again, this for another video, we'll dive into the differences between the two. But just to give you an idea, Medicare has Part A, Part B, and then there's Part D, which is your prescription coverage, right? A is hospital insurance, covers the facilities, the beds, etc. Part A. Most individuals, have, if you've worked for at least 10 years, then you typically don't have it's a premium free benefit for Part A. You don't pay a monthly premium. Part B, on the other hand, is different. Part B covers your doctor's medical insurance, doctor visits, etc. However, Part B, there is a monthly premium for Part B. And then Part D is your prescription coverage. Again, it depends on which one. Original, there is a premium for original. A lot of the replacement Medicare Advantage contracts or policies, they include Part D for the most part. But like I said, we'll get into it at a later time. Here, I just wanted to show you a better way, I think, in my opinion, to have your Medicare guide. And feel free to dive into this. Everything you need to know about Medicare is, for the most part, is in here. If that's not what you want, right, at least you know you have the guide. You can always reference it. I always suggest that it's a good idea when talking to someone. You're going to get a lot of phone calls from agents from everywhere, especially when you're turning 65. Even after 65, the calls will continue, particularly around that November to December time frame, whereas the Medicare open enrollment for some. Know enough where you can have a conversation where you feel comfortable having a conversation with someone like myself so that at least you have something to reference, right? You don't want to go in there blind and take a stranger's word for it, right? This is important. This is your health we're talking about. So I would strongly recommend that you dive into some parts of the book, not all of it, right? But find someone. My services are here. They're 100% free. And that's what I do for a living. I guide you through this book without having to read it. I dedicate myself to being the expert in Medicare supplements in particular. You don't have to be. If you want to be, great. Here's a way to do it. Read the book. If not, give us a call. 800 number below. We'll be happy to help you. So that's it. So go ahead and dive into your Medicare and You guide. It's a great sleeping aid at the very least. But if you have any questions, again, we're here. My name is Rich Pasquale with Senior Gap Benefits. I posted the 800 number below. Give us a call with your questions. We're happy to help. See you on the next one. Thanks for watching. See you soon.